Welcome to Truth Uncovered. Today's video is unlike anything you've watched before. What if I told you that the real key to turning a woman on, the kind of attraction that leaves her thinking about you long after the conversation ends, has nothing to do with touching her, complimenting her, or making some bold romantic move? What if I said that true seduction begins before a single word is even spoken? Sounds impossible? It isn't. Because the secret lies not in what you do, but in what you are. It lies in your energy, your presence, and your mastery over yourself. You don't need to impress her. You need to awaken something within her. This isn't about pickup lines. It's not about manipulation. And it's definitely not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about Stoic power, ancient wisdom sharpened for the modern man. A quiet strength that doesn't chase attention, because it naturally commands it. In today's video, I'll walk you through 10 timeless, proven Stoic techniques that can captivate any woman, without even laying a finger on her. Each of these techniques is rooted in deep psychology, emotional intelligence, and real-world experience. And when practiced with authenticity, they make you unforgettable, not just to her body, but to her mind and soul. Let's begin. 1. See her like no one else does. Did you know that a woman's strongest emotional bond rarely begins with physical touch? It begins when she feels truly seen, not just looked at, but understood on a deeper level. Most men stay stuck in surface-level conversations. You're beautiful. I love your eyes. Nice dress. Sure, those compliments are kind, but they're forgettable. They skim the surface of her soul without ever diving in. But imagine this. She tells you about her love for stargazing, not just as a hobby, but as something that makes her feel small in the vastness of the universe. Most men would say, "That's cool." You? You bring it up a week later, casually mentioning an upcoming meteor shower, and say, "I remembered what you said about feeling connected to the stars. There's a meteor shower this weekend. Thought you'd like to know that is presence. That is rare. It's not about memorizing facts. It's about being fully engaged. Noticing how her voice changes when she talks about something she loves, how her body relaxes when she feels safe, and what lights her eyes on fire." Marcus Aurelius once said, "Concentrate every minute like a Roman." In other words, be where your feet are. Fully, deeply, without distraction. Because when you give a woman your undivided attention, not to her looks but to her essence, you unlock something deeper than attraction. You create safety. And when a woman feels safe, she opens up. Emotionally, spiritually, sometimes physically, but always from a place of real connection. This isn't magic. This is mindful masculine presence. And it's unforgettable. 2. Speak volumes without a word. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, but they can also be the invitation to intimacy. You're sitting across from her. You lock eyes. You don't flinch. You don't dart away. You hold her gaze, calm, confident, still. In that moment, you're saying, "I see you. I'm here. There's nowhere else I'd rather be." That silent gaze is more powerful than 1,000 rehearsed pickup lines. Why? Because it bypasses the logical mind and speaks directly to her instincts. Eye contact isn't about dominance, it's about resonance. When your gaze is steady, relaxed, and grounded, it tells her, "I am safe. I am solid. You can feel secure in my presence." Add a subtle smile, not a cheesy grin, but a soft upturn of the lips, relaxed and calm. And suddenly you're not just seen, you're felt. You create a space where she can breathe, where she doesn't need to impress, where she can just be. That kind of eye contact is rare in today's distracted world, but it's magnetic. You're not trying to seduce her. You're inviting her to feel something real. And that is powerful. 3. Whisper with intrigue, not volume. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Your tone, rhythm, pacing. They create an atmosphere. Most men talk fast, overshare, or speak just to fill the silence. But a man who speaks slowly, deliberately, with calm confidence, he commands attention. Let your words breathe. Let your pauses linger. Try this. You know, there's something about you I haven't figured out yet, but I like it. Then say nothing. Let the silence speak. Let her imagination fill in the blanks. That space between your words is where the intrigue grows. Because you're not trying to impress. You're not selling yourself. You're letting your energy do the talking. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Let your words be few and full of meaning." Mystery isn't created by hiding things. It's created by letting her discover them. 4. The thrill of the chase, without chasing her. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Men who are too available lose value. And it's not because women don't appreciate attention. It's because attention given too easily becomes meaningless. You don't need to play games. You just need to have a life worth living. One that doesn't revolve around her. You respond when it fits your schedule. You don't flake, but you don't drop everything either. Your time is earned, not expected. When she texts you at midnight, don't rush to respond. The next morning you can say, "Caught your message late. Let's plan something for this week." That's calm, clear, respectful, and confident. Stoicism teaches that self-respect is the foundation of attraction, because the man who respects himself becomes someone others want to respect too. When your time has value, you have value. And when she senses that she has to invest just a little more to earn your presence, the connection becomes more real, more intense, more valuable. The power of mystery. Let's face it, we live in an age of oversharing. Within minutes of meeting someone, people pour out their life story, their past, their fears, their traumas, hoping vulnerability will speed up connection. But here's the twist. Mystery fuels desire. Think of your favorite book or movie. It didn't reveal everything in the first 5 minutes. It unfolded, layer by layer, making you want to know more. When it comes to attraction, mystery isn't about being secretive. It's about being intentional. Let her discover you slowly. Let her wonder who you are when she walks away from the conversation. Instead of saying, "I just chill on Sundays," try this. "Sundays are sacred to me. I've got this little ritual, keeps me balanced." Then stop. Don't explain. Let curiosity work its magic. Now she's thinking, wait, what ritual? What does he do? Why does it matter to him? That's not game playing. That's storytelling. You're inviting her into your narrative, one chapter at a time. The Stoics valued inner stillness, not endless sharing. Epictetus famously said, "Guard your time and your energy as you would your wealth." Your thoughts, routines, beliefs, these aren't cheap currency. They're earned access. You don't give them away freely. And when she earns those moments of insight from you, they become memorable. 6. Conversations that leave a mark. Small talk is everywhere, but deep talk? That's rare. If you want to be unforgettable, you have to connect beyond the surface. You have to go beneath the everyday noise. A woman doesn't remember the guy who asked, "So what do you do?" She remembers the one who asked, "What's something you've always wanted to do but never told anyone?" That's the kind of question that lingers. That makes her feel, because it tells her, this man isn't just interested in facts. He's interested in who I really am. Now, combine that with full attention, the kind of attention where your phone is off, your eyes are on hers, and you're listening not just to her words but her emotions. When she answers, don't rush in with your own story. Let her speak. Let her unfold. Then respond with curiosity. Why do you think that's been important to you for so long? This kind of deep engagement is so rare that it becomes instantly magnetic. But remember, Depth doesn't mean drama all the time. Add lightness. Tease her playfully. After a profound moment, you can say, "Wow, I didn't expect this conversation to get this deep over coffee. You're going to make me emotionally responsible, aren't you?" This balance between curiosity and lightness is what builds trust. The Stoics practiced what's known as measured speech, speaking only when words had purpose. Not noise, not fluff, just meaning. When your words have weight, she listens harder. When your attention is genuine, she opens up. And when you mix intellectual depth with emotional warmth, you create a bond that no surface-level conversation could ever replicate. 7. Unshakable calm. The Stoic superpower. Imagine this. You're on a date. Things don't go as planned. The food takes too long. The waiter gets the order wrong. She spills wine on her dress. Most men, they panic, they scramble, they apologize for things they didn't even cause. You lean back and say with a relaxed grin, "Well, guess we're writing our own plot twist. I like it." That's unshakable calm. And it's incredibly attractive, because life throws curveballs, and women instinctively notice how men handle them. A Stoic man isn't cold or emotionless. He feels deeply, but he's anchored, not controlled by external chaos. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Your emotional control is your most seductive quality. When she sees that you stay calm under pressure, she doesn't just see confidence, she feels safe. Not just physically, emotionally. Because in a world full of loud, reactive men, the quiet, grounded presence of a man who handles stress with a smirk is rare. So next time something goes wrong, smile. Not because you're dismissing the problem, but because you've already trained your mind to respond with intention, not impulse. That's leadership. That's masculinity. And that's magnetic. 8. The aura of purpose attraction isn't always about direct interaction. Sometimes the most powerful form of magnetism comes from how you live your life when no one's watching. A man with purpose walks differently, speaks differently, holds himself differently. He doesn't need to chase, because his life already pulls others in. Ask yourself this: if no woman ever entered your life again, would your life still feel meaningful? If the answer is yes, you're on the right path, because purpose is energy. And women feel that energy before they understand it. It's in how you talk about your goals, how you wake up in the morning, how you treat setbacks, not as failures, but as fuel. The Stoics believed in eudaimonia, living in accordance with your highest values, not drifting, not pleasing, but pursuing excellence with quiet intensity. That pursuit radiates from you. And when a woman senses that your life is already full, not needy, not waiting, but alive, she doesn't feel pressured. She feels pulled in. 9. Emotional mastery is magnetic. Here's a truth few men want to admit. A man who can feel deeply, but not be ruled by those feelings, becomes emotionally irresistible. Stoicism doesn't mean you shut off your heart. It means you become fluent in its language. You feel everything, without falling apart. When she's upset, you don't rush to fix her. You listen. You hold space. You give her room to express, without trying to control the outcome. When you're disappointed, you don't explode. You reflect. Then you respond with clarity. This kind of control isn't cold, it's masterful. And it sets you apart, because most men either suppress emotions or become slaves to them. You hold the storm in your chest, but never let it shake your foundation. That kind of man, he becomes unforgettable. 10. Presence, the ultimate seduction. Let's return to the beginning. What turns a woman on more than touch, more than words, more than gifts? It's your presence. When you're with her, be fully with her, not half scrolling your phone, not planning your next move, not performing, just there. present, still, attuned. The man who makes her feel like the only woman in the room simply by listening deeply becomes the one she remembers when she lays in bed that night. Presence is so rare that when you offer it, she feels it in her bones. In a world full of distractions, you become the one person who makes her feel completely seen, heard, and safe. And that, my friend, is the ultimate form of seduction. Outro. Your final impression. You don't need to chase. You don't need to impress. You don't need to touch. Because the strongest connection begins before all of that. It starts with how you carry yourself, how you listen, how you hold silence, how you bring peace into a woman's world instead of noise. So now I'll ask you, which of these Stoic techniques resonated most with you? Have you ever experienced the power of silent communication, deep presence, or unshakable calm? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about what it really means to turn someone on with nothing but who you are. If you found this video powerful, like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And remember, real attraction doesn't begin with a touch. It begins with presence. This is Truth Uncovered. Until next time, stay calm, stay grounded, and stay powerful.